Proactive interference is a type of memory problem that happens when old information makes it harder to learn or remember new information. This occurs because previously learned material is deeply stored in the brain and can interfere with the ability to recall or process newer information. Proactive interference is especially common in situations where similar types of knowledge are involved, such as learning a new language or remembering new passwords. Because the brain prioritizes older, more familiar information, newer knowledge can become difficult to retrieve. Now let's look at some examples of proactive interference in everyday life. One common example of proactive interference happens when someone gets a new phone number but keeps accidentally recalling their old one instead. Similarly, if a person learns a second language, words from their first language may keep coming to mind instead of the new vocabulary they are trying to use. Another example occurs when a student switches to a new class schedule, but continues to follow the old one out of habit. These examples show how previously learned information can interfere with new learning. Now let's explore some causes of proactive interference. Proactive interference happens because older memories are well established in the brain and compete with new information. One major cause is repetition. If a person has used the same password or phone number for years, it becomes difficult to overwrite that habit with new information. Another cause is similarity, as interference is more likely when old and new information are alike. For example, learning similar topics in math or science can lead to confusion when trying to recall the correct formulas or concepts. Additionally, frequent exposure to old information makes it stronger in memory, making it harder for new knowledge to take hold. Now let's examine the effects of proactive interference. Proactive interference can cause frustration and slow down learning. When old information keeps resurfacing, it can make it difficult to focus on or retain new knowledge. This can lead to errors, such as using an outdated password or misremembering important details. Another effect is increased cognitive load, meaning the brain has to work harder to filter out irrelevant memories. Over time, this can make learning more tiring and require extra effort to adapt to new information. While proactive interference creates challenges, it is closely related to another type of memory interference, retroactive interference. Proactive interference and retroactive interference are both forms of memory interference, but they work in opposite directions. In proactive interference, old memories interfere with new learning. In retroactive interference, new memories make it harder to remember old ones. For example, if a student learns a new set of math rules and later forgets the old ones, that is retroactive interference. In contrast, if the student keeps applying the old rules instead of the new ones, that is proactive interference. Both types of interference show how memory can be disrupted when similar information competes for attention.